What is up, guys? Chad here. Welcome back to DORKYAND40 RC channel. First of all, I just want to say a huge shout out to all you guys for reaching out, checking on me, all that kind of stuff since I haven't posted content in a few weeks. Health-wise, everything turned out okay. Maybe something I'll have to deal with a few years down the road, but for right now, I am going to be around. As far as me, been super busy the past 2 weeks at work, probably the most challenging 2 weeks of my career ever, doing some stuff at the hospital, big projects, just kind of all culminating together. So that's it for that. Racing wise, I've been out a few times, got the Sanwa, purchased a used one, got mine back from Serpent, and then actually sold it. So been good on that. Ran the DC1 with like the DRK and the 3-turn and actually didn't too bad. That was fun. Then I've been working, of course, with the Apollo lately as well. Having some fun, doing some cool stuff. So like what's coming next? The biggest thing that I'm dealing with right now is I actually am working with William Henry Smashy, Squishy Racing. I'll put a link down to his Facebook page below. And he offers a tuning service. There's a lot of people that know a lot more than me, and he is definitely one of those guys. And there's just things that I want to know, to like experiment with, that I just don't have the time for anymore these days because we don't have a daytime testing spot. We've got probably a month and a half to 2 weeks left in the season, and I want to go faster, of course, always. Can't really give you guys all of the tuning secrets, but we're going to have a huge video about it after we get done with all these tuning sessions, showing the results and everything. It's something that I paid for, so it wasn't free. I reached out to him and said, hey, I want to do this just because I want to learn a lot more and be able to apply that knowledge and then, bring some of it here to you guys. And it's usually the same thing that I've learned off the bat, is that anybody can give you their A to B, their fastest tune ever, and 99.9% of the time it is not going to work. And that's what we're finding out with. But, he's really worked really hard with me. He's willing to work even harder than I have been putting in right now. So that goes for something. So, if you guys got $100 that you want to spend on the hobby, I can definitely throw a shout out to that for sure, because you're going to learn more about what all of your stuff can do than what, in just a couple sessions of going back and forth than what I've been able to teach you guys here for years. Maybe. I've done a pretty good job, I think. So that's huge. I got the R1 4-pole motor in the car. That thing has been awesome. It's actually a little hot. Need to turn it down probably a little bit. It's making the tuning process a little bit more interesting because the timing and stuff on it, on the Motolizer, was a lot more than the Castle ones were. And my Castle motors, I really haven't taken care of them very well. They're kind of, it's kind of crunchy, and bearings and stuff like that needs just tuned up and all that stuff. All that stuff that you just kind of get lazy and you just don't want to do because you're too busy doing all this other stuff. Now, luckily, every time I've taken the Apollo out lately, it's came home in one piece, and I hope that happens tonight after some testing. So that it makes life a lot easier. That gives me time to start doing things like that and repairing my off-road. Really enjoying off-road right now indoors. It's every other weekend on a Sunday. Actually picked up a stadium truck, a T6.2 to be running off-road and stuff, so that way I can run 2 classes and just enjoy the day there. Boy, it's a lot better when you actually get like 15 minutes of racing out of something, or 20 minutes of racing in a day, versus these 2-second runs and all the work and preparation and stuff that we do just to go out there and pull the trigger one time. So hopefully the weather holds off tomorrow and we get our race in. We might have some pretty big heavy hitters there tomorrow night. So it'll be interesting to see how far we can get tonight. Completely transparent with you guys right now. We've made a lot of adjustments to the chassis, and my times are pretty much right there where they're at now, right where we were. So On a timing system, I'm not exactly 100% sure, because last week when we did the chassis adjustments, I wasn't prepared to like go into Outlaw, and our local director is trying to start like a 2.1 deal. So that way we can just try to like draw more people in and keep people going. Not thinking that they actually have to, compete in the Outlaw. I switched over to the 2.1. That way the 2.1 pot was bigger than the Outlaw pot. I made it to the finals, and I lost by like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hundredths of a second. I think he had a 2.147 and I had like a 2.18. So it was it was just awesome. It was real fun racing. There's a little bit of luck in this index stuff, I'm not going to lie, because, you just kind of, start doing different things. But, you get your chassis, you get your tune set up, and then you kind of figuring out like, okay, how much more, how many milliamps should I put back into the battery? Because I know if I charge it all the way up that I might blow and break out and go better than a 2.1. So there's a little bit of strategy involved in it. I like it. I would love to actually run it tomorrow night, but I'll probably end up running Outlaw. We'll just see how that all goes. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the focus of the content going on, because we've got the actual Fall Classic coming up in 2 weeks. So we're going to be heading up there on the 17th to do some racing. See some of my boys that I know are also going through some stuff right now. You all know who you are. One of you very, very close. Love you, brother. So anyway, we'll keep on rocking and rolling here, guys. Sorry about the talking head video, but it's just the way it is, and I wanted to give you guys a quick update. We've got a long weekend here, and I am pretty excited to get out there, get on the track, and hang out with the peeps. So we will talk to you guys later. Peace.